All this is about the trial keys that is used to unlock vaults, right? And let me just see what this is. A trial spawner. That is not a vault then, right? So what does a vault look like as opposed to a trial spawner? So it's got a stripy top, and a vault has got a 4 squares on the top. Okay. So let's find an actual vault then. Right, so that's a vault, right? And this thing is not actually doing... So the vault... Okay, the vault is the thing with the face on it. So this will work on here, right? Yes. And then they come out of the trial spawner. Okay. Let's get honey. I don't know why they're all bogged. It might be the biome I'm in. Yeah. I like the right. Okay. So that's basically how the whole thing works, right? Am I seeing something in there? No, it's just the lighting. I wonder if there's a different state change on the internal of it once it's actually been unlocked. I'm not sure. So is a vault... I think a vault maybe always... So a vault, when it unlocks, it basically triggers... It's got an actual link to the trial... Oh, that's interesting, right? Because in custom NPCs, I often feel like that's the way you do it. You have like your root area where you... And then the actual NPCs, you can spawn in different places and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. Let's go... I want to try some of the deeper ones, maybe. So we've got a few more in here, right? So from what I can tell, basically, some of the trial spawners will just activate anyway. Will just trigger automatically, and then some will have to be unlocked. I think that's correct, right? Hard to say, though, really. Yeah, you see, that's just triggered on its own. And that must be because it doesn't have its own... Right? I mean, how's that triggered on its own? I guess it has to, otherwise you wouldn't ever be able to get any keys, so you'd never unlock any vaults and nothing would ever spawn. I wonder if this whole structure didn't exist, whether the breezes would still be there, for example. Let me see if I can get something. I need to have a quick shot on this, right? This is actually a pretty good spot, right? I mean, I'm not doing particularly well. To be honest, I've got poison, so it's hard to tell. I just need to work on my aim a little bit better. Doesn't seem like there's much there. I'm hitting them with these... Wow, we got too much stuff now. Let's just chuck some. Let's chuck it in a hole, actually. Hopefully we won't get attacked while we're doing this. I thought it was emerald for a second. I was like, well, that's a lot of emeralds, but no. What is this I've got? Oh, this is great. I will leave that, actually. Alright, that'll do for now. Can I shoot the breeze things with that? Let's try it. I can't remember. They might be like blaze and that you can't do that. because they've got flying. It's one of their tags or something like that. Should we see what's going off in this middle section that we were just attacking before? So this is an interesting setup, right? Trial spawner, trial spawner, trial spawner. And as far as I can tell, there's no vault directly nearby. Oh, well, that's got fire charges in it. You know, it'd be cool if you had a fire charge. In this situation, it'd be interesting if you had a fire charge in it, and when it hits the other side, it lights up as a torch. There's been some mods that have done that. They've been quite fun. Rather chiseled deep slate. Let's have a look at some of these other blocks. Well, we may as well. We're still a mod video, right? I wonder what the idea with things. They've got knockback. Is there a knockback resistance book? There must be, right? Or is it just? I feel it's just on the. Yeah, because remember, like in the past, knockback would always be seen as crap. The one enchantment you didn't want on the sword. That was how it was, right? Do a bit of parkour. I knew it would fail. Let's try it a little bit there. So this is interesting, right? I think that noise is just to alert you that you're at a... Maybe if you're not really super perceptive of what the blocks look like. That was weird, right? So that one didn't even spawn any. So maybe they don't always spawn stuff? Yeah. Just trying to figure out the rules for these vaults, right? Sometimes it just gives you a bunch of stuff. Sometimes it triggers a spawner. That's the only thing I can figure from that. Yeah, I wonder if that placement's on purpose. It must be. Alright. Another one here. You see, it's just ejecting stuff. It's pretty weird that way. What was that? Oh, it's probably not. That's a book. It is a... I wonder what the... I haven't found any of those heavy cores yet. They must be lower down. But of course, we still need to do this whole thing with the mace, right? Should we see the key? I think the key might work anyway. Ominous trial key. This is still outputting stuff. Alright, let's have another little look around. It doesn't seem like there's much going on here. I think we're actually at the bottom level. Weird.